Hello, welcome to today's analysis of the NQ and a little bit of related markets. It is Thursday, the 6th of March. Let's get straight into it. It's going to be a quick one. They did what I thought they would do, and now, well, we'll get to that in a sec. I had this marked out, this guy down here. They front ran the naked point of control of this consolidation. They got some support in the value area high. It's not too bad. And hit this 12-minute OB, which is now mitigated. And we got an internal change of character going on. I would say that, well, okay. So I would say that this change of character here, which relates to external structure, is holding for now. But the real confirmation of that is breaking structure upwards again. Where is that? Well, you might think that I would say that it's this high or this high. And you'd be kind of right. But in these kind of situations where we have potential inducement on whatever bearish pull is going on here, this volume gap and past ADV up and stuff, I'm going to say that my confirmation of nice bullish structure being formed after this change of character is this mitigation candle and building bullish structure above that consistently, breaking up. Why do I say that? Well, what we've done now is we've taken internal liquidity on this change of character, came up to this high, and now are creating more internal structure inside, creating what seems to be potentially a lower high, or at least some kind of inducement. So what could we see from here? What would I like to see? Well, the thing is, because the situation we're nested inside of this expansive move, we can come down and we could take this again. The worry about that is the blocks down here are mitigated. We still have liquidity available here. We still have the naked point of control. They could come down here and then get absorption to bring it up. But there is also a chance they close low down here and break down and fill this gap. We have liquidity targets down at 19,900 that are still very much available, and they have brought price all the way down here. It seems like they could come down here as well. Now, why is my break of structure point this and not this? Well, because we have created this internal structure, it lends my thoughts to think that if they are inducing, then I might give this a bit more weight, this mitigation a bit more weight. We have blocks inside here too. We have the past ADV up and a volume gap here. Because of this, we could come up into this zone, and then this pull, this bigger pull, could take over, like at this stage, because we have now changed character internally again, right? This is kind of a decisionary point, right? We won't know until it happens. And we have a big green vector down here too. But we have to take the precedent as being bullish for now. But, you know, I'm not a breakout trader. This kind of thing wouldn't catch me anyway. I would never be longing here. It's not what I do. But if you were to wait, and if we got this kind of thing where we come up and then come back in, that's when I would be kind of, I don't know if I'm very confident in longing this kind of thing. But you could say, Glenn, well, if this is liquidity, well, why is this zone not liquidity? Well, it is, but at this stage, because the context, it's all contextual, guys. Because of the context we're in, closing up above here, I actually don't really see them stopping here. And because this is outside of this structure that we've made, getting closes above here and even gunning for this liquidity and getting higher and higher closes, that's a much nicer structural point for me to use personally. You know, gaining support around this volume node and breaking up and up and up, that would be a nice bullish confirmation for me. So until we hit this zone, until we take a 20,700, until we take that level, I'm bullish because I have I have no choice to be, because the charts are telling me that at least locally we're bullish. So we're coming in. We just took liquidity here. Please stop phone. If we zoom down to the 2-minute, this is kind of external liquidity. But the problem is we have now taken Sydney's lows and we're tapping into US liquidity. Ooh. And the SMT I had marked out here has now been taken. I think at this stage we might just trend down internally for US, or sorry, for UK. What US does, I don't know. Now, there's obviously a chance that this is enough. This kind of area is enough for us to create some kind of lower high and then bring us up. Definitely a chance. It's a bit tricky. It's a bit kind of ranging kind of vibes. And if I see that they want to come down to here, I might take a little scalp long off of whatever pulls I find here, but this is kind of freaking me out. And because this change of character is relating to this external structure, and we have a naked point of control still left untapped, we can actually, we can actually come into here, probably down to here, get one of those shitty little wicks that creates a technical higher low, and then bring it up. It's kind of relating to more macro structure, that kind of situation. Yeah. What do we have? What levels do we have above us and below us? Let's have a look. So, we have a Japan high naked. We were distributing into this block. This is a 1-minute block here. That's done. We took liquidity here, and that was the move down. We just moved sideways mainly for the whole thing. We have another 2-minute block right above Japan's high. It's looking pretty nice. It took liquidity beforehand, and we have Sydney's high here. If things are definitely bearish, like very bearish, and we don't even come up to take these highs, this is a zone that we can get a short off of, definitely. But you know how US is. Once they get a taste for this, they could spend the whole session just coming up. And I did say that I wanted closes above here. You know, we could get a swing fail of this. It's an option too. For now, this looks kind of like local inducement. I don't know if they're going to bring it up from here or not. If they do, it's just going to be even more range-fueled madness, I think. But yeah, if they make heavy pushes down and we get absorption towards the lows, then I might be a bit more bullish for US. I don't trade US anyway, but if we start coming up from here and this external liquidity is enough, which it very well could be, it's at an interesting time, and it's at a time that they can end up distributing around or accumulating around here. Came into a little volume, just above a volume gap. There is a chance that they accumulate around here, at least for some kind of partial recovery. I don't know if they would take the high, but could get some scalps here. Right now, guys, it's just very rangy. The precedent is this, but you got to remember we're nested within like a downtrend that spans the daily. And the pulls down here, you know, we still have this RTH gap to fill, getting a lot of vectors taking liquidity, green vectors and stuff taking liquidity down here. Like it you know, money flow is kind of coming out as well. It's at a zone now where if they start breaking down from here, then I think that 19,500 zone is within the cards. It's kind of the same thing I've been saying since Monday and like last Friday is this is a good time for them to recover some of this drop, you know, because they won't affect structure too much, and at that stage they would actually just be able to fill up on lower shorts and then bring it down to even more, right? As I always say, if they come down first, I'm going to be more bullish depending on what they do when they come down. So if they do come down first, because the amount of liquidity that has been built here, less so here, And here, if they do come down first, fill this gap, and we get some crazy W, we could be in for recovery of this drop to any of these levels. There's so many levels above us. So yeah. Would I take a short off of this liquidity line I have marked? No. This is a area for me to kind of wait and see. It's a decisionary gap. It's not a gap, but it's a decisionary gap in price. This block is mitigated. You could argue it did change character, but I don't have it marked because it led straight into external liquidity being taken. And this is a weekly uptrend that we just tapped into. So no, this block, if it comes for it and its swing fails, that's fine. I'll ride whatever precedent it sets, but no way am I going to be like setting limits or like, just pressing the short button here because it hit the level, which you shouldn't do ever anyway, but you know what I mean. You won't catch me doing that. And the levels higher, we have them marked for later. So let's have a look if they come up there. Right now I'm looking at some extreme situations talking about this high, or this low and this high. This is liquidity here, naked point of control, could get some absorption here. This high, as I said, I wouldn't be shorting it. I would short below it and take some scalps. If we took this and it was just a golden setup of a swing fail, I could take that as well. But because the liquidity we have built there, I think coming up above these highs in general, it'll be waiting for me. It'll be waiting. And at that stage, it could either be Friday or Monday that they make a nice move. We'll have to see what they do. Okay, that's it for me. I hope this helps. The level that I gave yesterday worked a charm. Gave a really nice 2.5% or so bounce right from the block, and even this level, filling the 50% of this RTH gap I talked about, wasn't as clear for me, but like everything was set up and it did give that nice spanning push. Yeah, just play the pulls that you see. It's hard, but don't make it harder than it needs to be. Okay, peace guys, catch you tomorrow. Bye.